a lot for a rookie quarterback. He's already been through a ton. And so
he knows what Wentz is going through right now.
Sure, no doubt about it, as the face of a program that was supplanted for the new kid on the block. Did the Eagles make the right decision right here, Kurt Warner, Week 14, 2020, with Wentz having so much still left on his contract? You have the floor.
Yes, they did make the right decision, and I think this is twofold. First of all, you've got to get some questions answered. You know, we're going to sit back, and it's easy for us to look and say, well, they've had all kinds of issues up front, and they have some issues on the outside, and a lot of moving parts, and it's not all on Carson Wentz. I truly believe that, but we're not going to know the answer to that until we put someone else in. Let's see today what this offense looks like with Jalen Hurts. I also believe that you needed to take Carson Wentz out of that situation.
Yeah.
He was pressing, he was pushing, he was hearing all the noise, he was trying to do too much with the issues he had around him, and it was going the wrong direction. And then from the third standpoint, we've already talked about it. The NFC East is still fully up for grabs. They still have an opportunity to salvage this and possibly win the division. So you've got to make a move, Irv, that says, hey, we're not going to just stand pat with all the issues we've had. We got to try something to see if we can steal this division and maybe make a run in the playoffs.
And there's something going on here. I do believe there's something going on with head coach and quarterback where maybe a sit down or a step away will help. I always say, guys, when we get here, I say I don't ever mess with the quarterback, never mess with the head coach. But the worst thing that can happen are these two guys having some kind of issue. And the way this is played out, I do believe that there's something going on. So sitting down, giving him a break, I think is a good thing. Now, that, like I talked about earlier, that brings about an opportunity for Jalen Hurts right here. You know, nobody really thought when he got drafted that he was going to be in this position, given this opportunity with all they've gotten invested in the Carson Wentz. So this is going to be interesting to watch, man. And if Jalen Hurts can just play well, they don't have to win the game. Just play well and not turn the ball over. It's going to be something.
Well, let's go back. What do you mean? Why do you think there is something between? And this is a head coach that went to bat week in and week out
13
for
weeks.
Carson Wentz, and now all of a sudden you think there's some kind of issue?
Because of the processing by which he came. Remember, he came out and said, "No, Carson Wentz, I'll start." Well, I don't know what we're going to do now. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know who's going to start. I got to think about that. And the way that went about, I have to believe that he's been talking to Carson Wentz and trying to pull him back on some things and trying to help him manage certain things and not getting the response he wants out of the quarterback. That's why he went and made this move. And, you know, Carson Wentz not happy with this move. First of all, you put the backup goes in and win a Super Bowl, and then he comes back as he's trying to get over that. You draft this guy in the second. You draft him with a high draft pick. He's already saying, how much do you guys really believe in me? I'm trying to fight this thing off, and now I got to deal with this thing. That's a serious situation. You can't tell me there's not something going on between.
Well, they drafted him because, you know, Nick Foles is not there anymore. They did need another guy in that pitching staff, but I think
they could have got him in the 4th or 5th round, Coach. They could have got him. Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson is tearing it up right now.
I don't think they could have got Jalen 4th or 5th round, right? I mean, he was a pretty
well. They could have gotten another quarterback later on.
Well, they got a good guy. We all are anxious to see this guy play because
hence the whole thing. Why do you go get a good guy if you got me? That's what we. That's the first. That's what we're saying. Hence the whole thing. Why do you go get that guy if you got me? That's what we're saying here. That's why I'm saying there has to be a riff here.
Yeah. So I'm curious though to when a rookie starts, okay? Because, it's time. They're still in the running for the playoff race, but there's no bye week. There's no, where you're going to get extra reps. This is a tough barometer right now to judge Jalen Hurts' debut. The Saints defense is really good, people. #1 defense in the league. They will sack you. They will pressure you. They will take the ball away from you. So this is going to be a tough start for Jalen Hurts. Not to mention playing against the Saints offense who runs the football and 200 yards a game since Taysom Hill's been around. You're not going to get but 8 possessions anyway and probably be playing from behind. So he's going to need more than this game. He's going to need some time so we can evaluate him and the Eagles can evaluate him. We're anxious to see him play. Carson Wentz is the scout team quarterback playing Taysom Hill. You never played scout team quarterback for a dual threat quarterback, did you?
Not for a dual threat quarterback.
One little option.
That's hard.
This is going to be interesting to watch.
And here lies a coach that's top-ranked defense. He plays well.
I thought you were Houdini.
He does anything against this top-ranked defense. Those people. This is Philadelphia. Let's remember that now. This is Philadelphia. The Philadelphia fans, the Eagles fans. Oh my God! If he does anything against the top-rated defense,
it's not Jalen Hurts' first roll around in the obviously in the NFL. Hey, but he has played against some tough competition.
Right.
Again, not the NFL, but Daniel Jeremiah joining us right now. Your evaluation of Hurts going in and how that might help us evaluate what might happen today. Daniel, what do you have for us?
Yeah, look, Rich, when you go back and watch him at Alabama and then watch him as he moved on to Oklahoma, one thing he's always been very competitive, and he's always been a playmaker. He's always made things happen, even if it wasn't always on script. I thought when he got to Oklahoma, you saw some improvement. He improved with his touch. That wasn't a strength of his at Alabama. He improved with his decision-making there as well. So big strides taken. Now, the challenge is when you go and look at what this Eagles group has, we look at the tape from last week, when Hurts got into the game, there's going to be some of these issues he's going to have to navigate around. You see Jalen Reagor, their first-round pick on the bottom. They're only going to send 4 here. They've got 6-man protection with the back here. This should be picked up. You should have all kinds of time. It doesn't get picked up. Miles Sanders doesn't see where the rusher comes from, but Hurts does a nice job. Just get it up, find the one-on-one, get it up and out, and drop it over the shoulder in the bucket there to Jalen Reagor. So he's going to have to navigate around some protection issues. And then there's going to be times like Carson Wentz has dealt with all year long where there's going to be nothing down the field. You see, he gets to the top of his drop. There's nowhere to go with this football. So this is what Jalen Hurts can bring. He's quick to then, okay, let's just pull the trigger. Let's get out of here. I'm going to be in space one-on-one with the safety, make him miss. The next thing you know, I've got myself a first down. So some of those things he's going to face a lot more of them against the Saints today. My advice would be, much like Kurt when he got up this morning with his wardrobe, keep it basic. Don't try and get outside yourself. Just keep it right in the middle of the fairway.
Thank you, Daniel. I think Kurt thought about that, too. He definitely thought about that, too.
Definitely thought about it.
Keep it basic.
Keep it
Way to enjoy the show, Daniel.
Basic like checking or savings, right? Don't let them give you a hard time about your cert. You look great, Pastor Kurt from Randlow.
You too, Kurt.
Kurt's like, again? We're doing this again. Like the basic color from a wow, toner color is basically what Thomas Frisbee is saying. There's a hashtag basic Kurt.
Oh, my goodness.
Basic.
What a difference a week makes, huh? What a difference a week makes.
I like it, though.
Holy cow.
Kurt, I like it.
I love you,
That suit
people.
is clean.
Thanks for watching. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. I'll keep working on it.
That
looks
suit is
good,
clean, Kurt.
and it just doesn't look good on you. It looks good, is what we're saying. Really, it's just different than what you were doing the last 2 weeks. Is all we're pointing out.
Y'all funny, man.
Right.
You guys are crazy.